Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Gabe Strong, a DP and video producer based in beautiful Juneau, Alaska. Now a lot of people don't know this, but Juneau is a very busy cruise ship port. As a matter of fact, this summer we're projected to get 1.5 million visitors, which is a lot for a town of 30,000 people. Which means in the summer, my work ramps up. But right now, I'm still recovering from surgery, so we're going to take a look at some projects I did last summer.
And this first project was actually done for Princess Cruises.
Hi friends, I'm Jeff Corwin, and welcome to a Wild for Alaska seafood adventure. We've just arrived to the beautiful capital city of Alaska, Juneau, and we've made our way here aboard Discovery Princess.
This was an example of a project where the camera I owned actually helped me get hired. Most of the crew was coming in from Florida and Los Angeles. The FX6 was quite hard to get a hold of at the time. They had managed to source 2 of them, but really wanted a third. I'd say they were surprised and happy when they found out I actually owned one of these mythical cameras. So I was hired on as the third camera operator. Now this shoot was actually written up in an article promoting Full Sail University. When you take a look at the article, you will see a picture producer Jen Miller took of all of us at Sandy Beach during setup for our first scene. I was running my camera on sticks while the other 2 camera ops used easy rigs. There I am, standing next to the director. Here are a few pictures I snapped during that opening setup. As you can see, these are pretty simple setups. For everything we shot outdoors on this project, we basically just used silk-sound frames to bounce or diffuse the sunlight.
Forrest, I don't think a lot of folks appreciate how really diverse when it comes to species salmon are here in Alaska. I mean, it's pretty remarkable.
It is. There's 5 species of salmon: pinks, chums, coho, sockeye, and chinook.
What they all share in common is that they need a vibrant and healthy wild Alaska to survive.
Well, salmon, as you know, spawn in fresh water. So they return from the ocean, spawn in these rivers that flow out of the rainforest. And those marshes are providing rearing habitat for salmon. So they're all interconnected.
A beautiful day like this,
Yeah.
This is why people are coming, but they're also coming for Alaskan seafood. We'll have 6 ships dedicated to Alaska. And a lot of these folks are going to be eating Dungeness crab, halibut, maybe some rockfish, and of course salmon. Why should they look forward and participate in the fisheries as a consumer?
Well, consumers should feel good about eating wild Alaska seafood because it's sustainable. And they should also feel good about purchasing that fish because of the financial contribution that provides to the economy in Alaska.
And now let's take a look at the next scene we shot down on the docks in Harris Harbor.
Incredible fishermen. So are you excited to see what we can catch in these Alaskan waters?
Absolutely, I'm excited. For me as a chef, the most important things about seafood is fresh and sustainable.
So Rudy, are you excited today to get on my buddy Tyson's boat and to see what we can catch?
Absolutely, I'm so excited to be here for the fresh catch here. For me, the most important is fresh and sustainable. When I think about Alaska, it's about fish, beautiful fish, big fish, salmon, halibut, and so forth, and beautiful mountains, nice people, and great adventures. The inspiration for Alaska is fresh seafood, local ingredients, and our guests love it. Do we ever catch?
We're gonna find out.
This one. Hey, 2 1.
Now let's take a look at another scene. This one also takes place in Harris Harbor, but now we're getting on a fishing boat and talking to local fishermen.
Is this the San Juan, huh?
Yes, it is. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. How important is the fishing industry?
Yes, fishing is very important to Alaskans. It drives our economy. Most all of us spend our money here in this state, and so it's very important.
Bonnie, our Princess ships, they go around the world, but Alaska is a big priority for us. We will bring millions of people to this incredible state. It's probably really important for them to try wild Alaskan seafood, isn't it?
Yes, it's the best. The seafood is the freshest it could possibly be. There's not one fish that's ever been on my boat that I wouldn't want to eat myself. I take a lot of pride in this resource that we have, and because I'm extracting from it, it has to be sustainable. The quality is most important when you deliver the fish to the cold storage, because that's how it's passed on to the consumer. And that quality is very important to me, as well as my fellow fishermen.
It really is about continuity and consistency.
Yes, it is.
We shot several more scenes on the ship, including a cooking scene and a dining scene. For those, we used a china ball and some pavo tubes to light everything. All in all, the project turned out pretty well. If you want to see the completed video, you can click on it here.
Epic day it's been. It's been all about this wild king salmon and this incredible halibut. So, Rudy, what is your inspiration for this mission to present Alaskan seafood to our guests aboard ship?
That's a good question. My inspiration is really to bring a wild Alaskan seafood on board Princess Cruises is here to have sustainable seafood on board ship, that we know where the fish come from.
Right near where our ship is docked.
Well, you're doing a great job, you know that?
Thank you. So, Rudy, thank you so much, sir, for preparing this incredible feast, the amazing culinary team aboard Discovery Princess, and thank you guys for catching it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Huh?
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.
My next project was surprisingly similar and at the same time very different. This project also focused on Alaska seafood, but instead of being a fully crewed project funded by a cruise company and shot over the course of a couple days, this was a multi-camera project done by me and one audio tech, and the catch was we had to do the entire show in just a few hours.
They call Alaska the last frontier. And when it comes to seafood, wild is where it's at. Difference between the taste and look and everything of the farm versus the wild, what would you say?
The producer for this PBS cooking show emailed me wanting to know if I was available. She was on one of the cruise ships with the talent cruising through Alaska. They wanted to get off the ship in Juneau and shoot an entire show while they were in port. Now, to make things even worse, she was overestimating the amount of time that they would have in port. Just looking at what she wanted to try and pull off, I knew it was asking for trouble. But I decided to take on the challenge. Sometimes I'm stupid like that. So I got as much information and an early draft of a script from the producer. Before their ship arrived, I had some pickup shots and B-roll to get. Then it was off to the Mendenhall Glacier to get the first scene of the show.
It's a miracle of nature I learned about in Juneau from Forrest Bowers, a
Now,
fish
if you are
biologist.
thinking this fellow looks familiar, you are correct. This show actually selected the exact same guy to interview as the Princess Cruises show had a couple weeks earlier.
Forrest, I don't think a lot of folks appreciate how really diverse when it comes to species salmon are here in Alaska. I mean, it's pretty remarkable.
It is. There's 5 species of salmon: pinks, chums.
After I finished shooting the scene at the glacier, it was time to pack up and get to the next location, where I needed to set up both an outdoor and indoor scene. Just to make things a little more difficult, the weather hit us with some rain to delay our outdoor shoot.
You live in this, and That's how I found myself cooking wild sockeye
I was born and raised here, and I just never get tired of it.
with Todd Antioquia, an Alaska Native businessman and activist. What are we making?
So we were making my mom's cedar plank salmon. My mom's name was Pat, and I called her Mama, and so we're calling it Mama Pat Salmon, cedar plank salmon. Cedar planking is a technique that's been used in the Pacific Northwest for a long, long time. The smoke from cedar gives a beautiful flavor and scent to the fish. So Sarah, this is a gorgeous piece of sockeye salmon. We've already removed the belly bones, and I'm just taking out the pin bones right now. So we need now 2 tablespoons worth of minced shallot.
You want this next?
Yes, please. I'll take the juice of about 1 lemon. So I'm going to squeeze it into here.
So for the record, I would not recommend trying to do an entire multi-camera show with a 2-person crew. Outside, we just used a couple collapsible bounce discs and a 6x6 frame. Inside, I used a Ledgo Versatile and a couple Nanlite 60Bs with a softbox and grid attachment and a Fresnel attachment. We finished shooting the last scene about 20 minutes before the producer and talent needed to be back aboard the ship. So they had to grab a ride back downtown immediately, which meant I did not even have time to transfer footage from the cameras to the hard drive, so I just ended up mailing the hard drive to them. Everything ended up working out, but there were definitely some rough spots in the show that I wish I could have had more time to fix. But for what we had to work with, I think it turned out pretty good.
As an Alaska Native person, have been nourished by salmon for millennia, and it's one of our foundational staples. We feed not only ourselves, but the people that we love and care about in our community too. So it's very much at the soul of who we are as a people.
To that note, I think we need to have a toast to the salmon and to the Tlingit tribe. Okay, here, yes.
Yes, to our people, to the salmon. Yeah, good sheesh.
So we must now have
If you'd like to take a look at the finished piece, you can click on this link. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.